Today, September 23rd, marks the 27th anniversary of my favorite film of all time, The Shawshank Redemption. I have this in every format, and today you can finally get the film in glorious 4K. In honor of its 4K release and its 27th anniversary, they sent me this incredible box. Oh my God. I'm going to open this at the end of the video, but before I do, I thought, what a perfect opportunity to celebrate my favorite film by revisiting it with the top 10 reasons to stream The Shawshank Redemption. So let's go back to the movies. Being that this film is my number one film of all time, there are so many reasons why I love it, but let's try and whittle it down to 10. And let's start with number 10, Morgan Freeman's voiceover.
There must be a con like me in every prison in America. I'm the guy who can get it for you.
I'm not always a fan of voiceovers in movies. I think it could be a lazy way to tell you what the character's thinking instead of showing you. However, my goodness, this man's voice can do no wrong. When you hear it, you just don't care about that plot device. But what's really clever is it's not just a voice of God narration being lazy, telling you what the movie's thinking. No, we're just hearing it from Red's point of view, on Andy Dufresne, on the other characters, on his solitude. This is a man who's stuck in a prison cell. He's alone with his thoughts. And by grounding the film from Red's point of view and his voice, it works. And I really love what he's able to tell us about the prison, about the characters, but still keep some mystery.
He had a quiet way about him.
It also cemented Freeman as the voiceover god. I mean, I'd argue this movie is the best use of voiceover in a film. Do you disagree? Tell me down in the comments below. Number 9, the man, the myth, the legend, Roger Deakins. He can't do any wrong either. This man is at the height of his powers, doing so many amazing films, guys. Finally winning an Oscar for Blade Runner 2049, but he should have won so many other times prior. But the cinematography in this film, the way he's sweeping the camera, especially that intro shot of the prison, it's so beautifully done. And this is a master cinematographer, my favorite of all time. And you get to watch him in one of his earlier films really hone in on his craft. There were so many choices he made from an aesthetic point of view that really made this film shine, and I gotta give out props to my man Roger Deakins. Number 8, the soundtrack. My goodness, Thomas Newman's score is incredible in this. To go from haunting to soaring the way he does. That main theme and its crescendo, it gives me goosebumps every single time. This was an album I actually bought on CD. And when you bought albums on CD, you had to commit to sort of listening to the whole album because you chose to put that album in your CD player. And you could just switch from song to song like you can in all the streaming services these days. And so this one has a personal meaning for me. This music really spoke to me. It obviously works so well in the film, but it works outside of the film too. And his score is incredible in this film. And it's not just the score, also the ink spots, an amazing music choice, as well as Hank Williams. I love that they even make a nod to Hank Williams earlier in the film after they play The Marriage of Figaro. Couldn't you play something good like Hank Williams? And then later we get Lovesick Blues in the film. Speaking of music, The Marriage of Figaro, an incredible scene. And in fact, that is number 7, the Marriage of Figaro scene. This record-playing scene is so damn good because you got to remember, these prisoners haven't even really heard music in such a long time. And so for Andy to select Mozart, The Marriage of Figaro, to play to all these prisoners in the prison yard, and they're hearing these two ladies sing, Red says it best. I have no idea to this day what those two Italian ladies were singing about. Truth is, I don't want to know. Some things are better left unsaid. I'd like to think they were singing about something so beautiful it can't be expressed in words, and it makes your heart ache because of it. I tell you, those voices soared higher and farther than anybody in a gray place dares to dream. It was as if some beautiful bird had flapped into our drab little cage and made these walls dissolve away, and for the briefest of moments, every last man in Shawshank felt free. I'm not as good as Freeman, but even that gives me goosebumps. This scene is incredible. And what makes this scene even so much more incredible, which Freeman puts into words so well, is that the scene, the music they are playing, ironically, it's about a love letter exposing infidelity, which alludes to Dufresne's wife's affair in the film, which obviously puts them there in the prison. But the song itself, which if you actually go do the translation and see the two ladies singing, they're singing about this idea of writing this letter that's going to go and get the Countess conspiring and singing a plot against her husband with the servant in order to trick him, both women in the process of outwitting the men. There's an underlying, level, a meaning to this song as to why Frank Darabont and the film's crew chose it. So everything about this movie has more meaning, and this scene means so much to me. Number 6, an incredibly meaningful character in the film. I think one of the hearts of this film, Brooks and his story. Following his story as he's there in prison pretty much his whole entire life, he finally gets out, and he just doesn't know what to do with himself. The prison has institutionalized him. He can't live without the walls. He's there trying to bag groceries, and he can't keep up with the speed. He can't stop but keep asking for permission to go to the bathroom. These moments are so sad to watch, and it brings this bigger conversation about what prisons can do to people and how do we help them rehabilitate into the real life. And Brooks sadly isn't able to. That quote when he comes out.
The world went and got itself in a big damn hurry.
And it's so sad when you watch his story. He can't handle it outside of the walls. Brooks was here. It breaks my heart to see this scene every time, and it's one I'll never forget. Number 5, Tim Robbins, Clancy Brown, and Suds on the Roof. Man, I love this scene. And it's important that we give Tim Robbins the respect that he deserves. This film doesn't work if Andy Dufresne's not likable. He makes it work. And it's easy to be overshadowed by that voice of Morgan Freeman. But the combination of both Tim Robbins and Clancy Brown, my God, who plays Hadley so damn well in this film, it's these little moments, right, that make up a life.
I think a man working outdoors feels more like a man if you can have a bottle of suds. It's only my opinion, sir.
And when Andy pushes for that moment to have suds on the roof and push himself up against Hadley and potentially be thrown off that roof just to get that moment to feel free, to have those suds, have those beers with his pals after a hard day's work. And then seeing the smile on his face. Oh, it's a beautiful scene in the film, one I'll never forget, and such an important turn in the movie to see Andy's growth, to not give up, to finally make a plan and try and make something out of this hell he's in. It's a beautiful scene. Icy cold Bohemia-style beer, courtesy of the hardest screw that ever walked a turn at Shawshank. And I love also the turn also of the fact that the funny thing is, on the outside, I was an honest man. Straight as an arrow, I had to come to prison to be a crook. This is sort of the moment where he realizes, yeah, look, you know what? Let's embrace it. Let's be the crook. It'll make my life here easier. Suds on the Roof is an iconic scene. I'll never forget it. Number 4, we talked about the voice, but now we got to talk about the man. And Red's final parole hearing is a scene that I got to give massive props. That scene at the end where he just doesn't give a shit anymore and he delivers that monologue. Oh, I love it. I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but that is that point. Not a day goes by I don't feel regret, not because I'm in here or because you think I should. Look back on myself the way I was, stupid kid who did a terrible crime. Wish I could talk sense to him, tell him how things are, but I can't. That kid's long gone. This old man is all that's left, and I have to live with that. Rehabilitated? It's bullshit words, so you can go ahead and stamp that form there, Sonny, and stop wasting my damn time. Truth is, I don't give a shit. And finally, it's just everything. He's finally free. It's the part of it. Everyone's seeking redemption, and Red finally gets his freedom there. Stop trying to appease the man to move on, and he does. It's such a beautiful scene and such a monumental moment for his performance. Morgan Freeman is a legend. Number 3, the quotes. I mean, come on, guys. There are so many in this film. I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Even the little ones. How can you be so obtuse? Dumbass. I love that. Well, it's about a prison break. Well, we ought to file that under educational too, aren't we? They sent you here for life, and that's exactly what they take.
But I'm telling you, these walls are funny.
First you hate them, then you get used to them. Enough time passes, and you get so dependent on them. And my favorite.
There's something inside they can't touch.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. Pivoting to the end, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. When you hear that moment at the end as the score settles and Red reads that letter under that oak tree, Oh my God, it's such a beautiful moment. It hits me every single time.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
That's goddamn right. Number 2, the film's third act. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil it because you guys know what I'm talking about. But man, what a third act of a movie. Number 1, the number 1 reason why this film is so rewatchable and so iconic is because of its message. Never give up hope. I fell in love with this movie when I was 14, and I never knew how much of an impact it had on me later in my life. This movie taught me to never give up, to never lose hope. When I hit rock bottom, and I hit rock bottom for doing some really stupid things, it was messages like this that kept me going. As silly as it seems, it was the movies I remembered growing up on. This was such an important message for me, and it's such an important message for all of us. Always remember to keep hope alive. As long as you move forward and grow and take some sort of accountability for mistakes you do make, as you serve your time and keep going, make the best of what life throws at you. Not wallow in self-pity. You can get through anything. Never, ever give up hope, and that's what the core message of this movie is. I believe this movie hits for so many of us because of that. It's proof that anyone can deserve redemption. I mean, we're watching a whole movie about prisoners. We don't even know which ones are really guilty half the time or not, but we feel empathy for them, except for maybe Boggs and the sisters. I mean, definitely, I had never felt any empathy for them. But still, we're able to feel for these people and realize that they've served their time and they do deserve better. They're human beings. And even Andy Dufresne, which, spoiler alert, we find out midway through the film, he's innocent, right? But he still feels that responsibility for the death of his wife. So he needs to set himself free. He needs to redeem himself from his own guilt. And I believe that's what the Shawshank Redemption truly is about. As stupid of a title as it was, it's kind of a beautiful one over time. It grows on you. And I think more people relate to Andy Dufresne than they realize. Even though they didn't do a heinous crime and all the things that he goes through, it's a relatability. It's an emotional story that we all connect to that makes Shawshank Redemption one of the best films of all time. So there you have it. Now, as promised, let's open up this bad boy. Oh my God, look how cool this box is. This thing is so damn cool. I love the details. Look at that, you can reach in there. All right, let's open this up. I have a second camera here. All right, we're opening up the box. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes, guys. First, we got the 4K Blu-ray digital code edition of Shawshank. You guys pick this up if you haven't already. It's available now. Oh my gosh, that's so incredible. Beloved American classic, now available for pristine 4K resolution. Amazing. Thank you, Warner Brothers. All right, but that's not it. They also sent me the book. They made wow, I didn't realize it's part of a book called Different Seasons, but now you get the standalone novella by itself, and I love the art there. That's incredible. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this, look at this. It says Shawshank. Oh, guys, you outdid yourself. Oh, I love it. It says, see it on there? This is oh my God. All right, hold on. Wait. I'm going to do that first. Oh, wait. I'm going to save the best for last. But look at this chess set. Oh my goodness. How to play chess. And yeah, well, they're not the stone pieces, but I'm sure that would have been hard. But still, oh, what a beauty. And they're nice little pieces. I like that. A nice little chessboard. Beautiful. But guys. That's so cool. Guys, I'm so excited for this. Proudly displaying all of this on set. It is a rock hammer, a Shawshank Redemption rock hammer. Oh my God, I'm in heaven. Look at this. How weird that I'm excited for all these prison props. But I am, and this, oh my God, incredible. Guys, Warner Brothers, whoever thought of this box, bravo, I love it. I am going to display all of this proudly on my set. I even messed the chest set has the exclusive Shawshank logo there on the corner. My goodness, Warner Brothers, I am so honored to have this. This is literally going on my set. You will see it back there in the future, and now you understand why it's there. I'm not letting this out of my sight. This is probably my favorite gift box I've ever gotten. Bravo, Shawshank Redemption. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary. Incredible film. I'm so happy to talk about it with you guys. So there you have it. Are you guys going to get the 4K? I hope so. You should. It's available now. Thank you guys so much for watching here on Movie World. Stay tuned for more awesome reviews. And why not check out last week's In the Line of Fire? Top 10 reasons to go stream that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe.